I'm Jonathan Doyle from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Right now we have another participant of this beautiful day. Hello.
Hi.
So what's your name and what grade are you currently in?
I'm Evan Lumbers and I am in grade 12 right now.
Okay, and what is the best memory you've had from your Trojan career?
Probably the best memory is coming on a PA day and jumping into a trash can while rolling away.
Well, that sounds very fun, Evan. Hope to see you next year.
You know me, I gotta go.
Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Right now we're speaking to another fellow Trojan student. Hi, what's your name and what grade are you in?
Hello, my name's Sebastian Salazar and I'm in grade 9.
Okay, great. What's the best memory you've had over the short year that you've been here?
The best memory I've had would probably be performing in Avenue M with Mr. Cranshaw and the band.
Well, that's great. Hope to see you here next year. Have a nice day. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have another fellow student. Here, sir. What's your name and what grade are you in?
My name's Ivan Demine, and I'm in grade 10.
That's great. And what's the best memory you've had over the 2 years that you've been here?
Ooh, the best memory, just off the top of my head, I'd have to say, is like the school annual art trip that the art class does to Toronto and to the art museum in Toronto, and we go to the University of Art in Toronto, and it's really awesome. It's really fun. Get to hang out with lots of people. It's fun.
Well, that's great. I hope to see you roaming the halls next year, Ivan. Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have one of the staff members from Moira speaking at the closing ceremony. Hello, how long have you been here for, and what's your job at the school?
Well, I've been here at Moira since 2009. My official role is that of the Student Supervision Monitor, but I'm also a mom of some Moira students.
Yes, I know. That's great. What has been your best memory here at Moira over the 9 years you've been here?
Wow. I guess my best memory are just collectively those of the people. Our Mohawk students and our Mohawk population really stand out as such a treasure. For me, I have learned so much for them and gained so much respect for their culture. So that's really one of my best memories. Also, the Destinations program. I'm really so very proud of Moira being connected to the Destinations program. And as a result, we've brought some wonderful Trojans into our high school from the Destinations program.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much. Hello, I'm Jonathan Doyle coming back from the TTV Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have another staff member. So how long have you been working here?
I've been working here since 1997, so a very long time.
Well, okay. And what's your fondest memory here at Moira?
Probably, I'm a child and youth counselor here at the school, and best memories are probably the staff. It feels like coming home every time I come in the door, which is amazing. But a number of years ago we did a lip dub, and you can still see it on YouTube, and it came up in one of my memories on Facebook the other day, and it was so much fun, and the entire school was involved, and I saw some little bits of it in the assembly today on this TV screen, and it just, Trojan pride. It just gave me so much pride that our students are just so involved and so connected to the school. It's amazing.
Well, that's great. I'll definitely watch it when I get home. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm coming back from the Trojan Television Club. I'm Jonathan Doyle. Today at Moira Secondary School, the closing ceremonies. And we're here with one of our fellow students. Could you please tell us your name and what grade you're in?
Hi, I'm Kate Roberts. I'm in grade 11.
Okay, and what has been your fondest memory over the 3 years that you've been here?
Oh, wow. I know one moment that meant a lot was Moira Idol, the last one this year. It was so much fun, and yeah, we just accomplished a lot that year.
Well, that's great. You performed great there. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle coming back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have another fellow student here. Could you please tell us your name and what grade you are in?
My name is Saud, and I'm in grade 12 this year.
Okay, and what has been your best memory over the 4 years that you've been here?
Oh, there have been a lot of great memories. I think I would have to go with Relay for Life in grade 10. Not only was it a great event that had a great lead up to it, we were able to fundraise, meet new people, but also the entire event was just an amazing memory to have with all the different people here at Moira.
Okay, well, that's great. I hope your future successes are well, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have an alumni student. Please, sir, tell us your name and how many years you went here for.
My name's Arjun Murthy, and I was here for 6 years, including the Destinations program.
That's great. And what was your best memory over those 6 years?
For me, I think the best memory was in the grade 11 year where I started the Moira swim team after a few years of hiatus. And that swim team was full of a lot of memories, a lot of people putting a lot of passion into practice, and I really loved coaching those kids.
Well, that's great. Hopefully you have a lot of future successes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School on the closing ceremonies. We're here with another student. Could you please tell us your name and the grade you're in?
Hi, my name is Jenny Wu, and I'm in grade 12.
Thanks. And the best memory you've had over the 4 years you've been here?
There's been a lot of times, but maybe I think my favorite memory would be in the earlier years in grade 9. I think the most memorable would just be like on a regular day where I would see like all my friends in the same class, and it was just all happy, all smiles. And I guess that's just kind of like the picture that I think of when I think back to high school.
Great. Thank you very much, Jenny. Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have 2 more alumni students. So please tell me, great sirs, what are your name and how many years did you go here for?
I'm Hugo Clements. I was here for a total of 6 years, 4 in high school, 2 in Destinations. And I mean, those were the best years of my life.
Yep. My name's Kevin Kang, and I was here for 6 years as well.
All right. And what were your best memories of the 6 years you were both here?
That's a good question. Honestly, all the friends. Over 6 years, you meet a lot of people that have stuck with you for the vast majority of your life. And here I am like a year later, and I'm still talking to all those guys. Kevin here is one of them. And yeah, all the memories you make with them in the school, outside of the school, it's all about the friends. So there you go. That's my story.
That's great. And for you?
Yep. Me as well. All the friends that I've made. Hugo, I've met in grade 7 in the Destinations program. And yeah, even in university, we still talk. We're still close friends. Yeah.
Well, that's great, guys. Have a nice day. Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School on the closing ceremonies. We're here with a fellow Moira student. Could you please tell us your name and what grade you're in?
Quinn Botley, and I'm currently in grade 12.
That's great. And what has been your best memory here over the years that you've been here?
It'll probably have to be going to OFSA 3 times in a row. I had a lot of fun there on the curling team and also with my fellow members. And I also really liked our coach, Mr. Jackson. He was a very good coach, too. He always helped us on and cheered us on. One more thing I also liked doing was the morning announcements. It was pretty fun. I got to go in, and we joked around a little bit, and there was always some funny stuff to say, too.
All right, and let's say the last line of those morning announcements.
You keep it classy.
Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School for the closing ceremonies. Today we have another staff member. Hi, hello. Could you please tell us your name and your role at Moira Secondary School?
Okay. My name is Tanya Smith. I'm a teacher at Moira Secondary School, and I also coach some sports, and I head up some clubs at Moira Secondary School.
That's great. What has been your best memory here at Moira?
Okay, can I tell you 3 of them?
Go ahead.
Okay, my very first memory, I started here as an educational assistant, and then I went to Teachers College, and they had me start teaching early, actually, even before I graduated. And what I remember is I was teaching a grade 10 math class just before the new curriculum came in, and I had just taught a lesson. I had put my feet up on the desk, and it must have been like a Friday afternoon, and I was just relaxing, having probably a cup of tea. And in comes the vice principal at the time named Dawn Hyder, and she had the longest nails ever, and she was clicking a little Moira mug. And I remember I didn't see her, and my feet were on the desk, and she comes in, and she's like, Miss Smith? And I'm like, yes. She goes, I would like to offer you a full-time employment in the fall. And of course, I was excited, woo woo. And then she left. And then I gave my students trouble for not telling me she was in the doorway with my feet up on the desk. So that's my first favorite memory.
Well, you got it anyway. You got the job, so it doesn't really matter.
My second favorite memory is I'm head of grad club. And I remember one time we had prom, and I know the students were having an after party, and I was worried as a teacher that I wanted to make sure they were safe. So I went to Zeller's, that's how long it was, bought myself some track pants and a sweatshirt with a hood, and I showed up at their prom party. I was invited, but I knew I wasn't going to go as a guest, to show up and make sure that they were safe. So I'm just on the outskirts of the party, circling around and around, and thinking that nobody knows who I am. All of a sudden, a student came up to me and said, so, Smith, you showed up at the party. And I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And they said, I was wearing a glow necklace, the same necklace that I had on earlier. It was glowing in the dark, so they all knew it was me.
Well, that's great. And your final favorite memory, what is it?
It happened this year. I had the opportunity to coach the Moira Lady Trojans in hockey, and they won Bayaquini, they won CASA, and they took us to OFSA, and it was fantastic. Every single moment, it was awesome.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today is the closing ceremonies of Moira, and we have a fellow student to be interviewed. Hello. What is your name and what grade are you in?
Hello, my name is Chris Doyle and I'm in grade 10 at Moira Secondary School.
Good. What is your fondest memory from Trojan history?
Well, in grade 9 I was involved in the play Rock of Ages, and that was a super cool experience that I know I'll never forget. I mean, hey, I'm still singing those 80s classics in my head.
Well, that's great, Christopher Doyle. Hope to see you around the halls next year. And we're out from TTV. Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have another alumni student. Could we please get your name and how many years you went here for?
Yeah, my name's Leaf Lafort, and I was at Moira for 5 years.
And over those 5 years, what was your best memory that you've made?
I don't know. It's really hard to say what my best memory was. We, I don't know. Sports were pretty big at Moira when I was here, so that was basically my main focus. Maybe the best one might have been the first championship that we won in football. And that was CASA in 2011. I think it was they said it was the first one we won in 37 years. And yeah, so after we won that one, it was pretty good. Then it was like a landslide. I think we just counted on the banners. We won like 16 or 17 championships after that. So in that 4-year stretch. So that was pretty good.
Wow, that's great. Thank you very much for being interviewed, and have a nice day. I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have one of the staff members. Could you please, great sir, tell us your name and what is your role in the school?
Well, I'm Mr. West. I'm the dramatic arts teacher at the school, and I direct all the school plays.
That's great. What has been your best memory teaching here at Moira?
My best memories, I'd have to go plural, are definitely directing all the school plays. It's great to see the students get up on stage, and when they perform on their closing night, it's a great time. They always do a wonderful job, and then it really brings a bunch of drama kids really close together and a great big family.
And if you could pick your favorite play, what do you think it would be?
My favorite play I've directed here? That's a tough one. Maybe I should go with The Games of Foot, which runs this weekend.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. West. Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have a fellow student. Could you please tell us your name and what grade you're in?
Dylan Claus, and I'm in grade 9.
And what's your best memory over the years you've been here, or the year?
Basically all the friendships and that I've seen. It's good to go through high school with your friends.
Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have one staff member and one student for the closing ceremonies. Could you please tell us your names and, for you, your role in the school and what grade you're in?
Hi there, I'm Mrs. Doyle, and I'm a history teacher at the school.
I'm Dylan, and my favorite memory is coming to the school.
That's great. And Mrs. Doyle, what is your favorite memory here?
Well, I could say it was the day that Dylan came into my grade 9 class. He came into the school late, but he immediately made an impression, and he got to know everyone here because he's a friendly guy like so many of the wonderful kids here at the school. They come in from many different places, but they all become friends, and we're all the better for it.
Thank you all very much.
Hi, my name's Jerry Boyce, and I was with this school at the start. The school opened, and I came from Quinty Secondary School, where I had taught for 2 years, and I came at the invitation of Jim Musgrove, who was the first principal. And I came in, we held our first ceremony, which was simply an introduction. We held it behind the school. You couldn't do that now because it's all used for everything else. But the staff was up on a platform. It consisted of, the staff was gathered on top of concrete blocks behind, and the students were arranged. We went then inside the school after we had the official opening, and that was the official opening because the center part of the school had not yet been finished. And it was always nice after the first while when we had pictures of the principal and the vice principal painted up near the entrance to the cafeteria. And it's a wonder that something hasn't been done to preserve that, but times move on, and some of us have moved from school to school. My personal experience, I've been at Moira 3 times, first as the head of a history department, then secondly as a teacher and as vice principal, and then thirdly I came back again as a vice principal yet another time. So I bounced around from school to school, and for part of the time I was a half-time Moira and half-time at BCI. And BCI, of course, was the oldest school, having been built around 1925. And it was the sort of the parent school as far as BCI, or as far as Moira was concerned.
Don Phillips. I was here almost 13 years. I was cafeteria monitor and library monitor in 2 different areas. And I have many good memories, and if I could do it over again, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School on the 26th, the last closing ceremony of Moira. Here we have an alumni student coming to share his best memories. Could you please tell us your name and how many years you attended Moira, sir?
My name is Nicholas Simmons, and I was at Moira Secondary for 6 years. I started in Destination, so.
That's great. And over those 6 years, what has been your favorite memory of them all?
My favorite memory, it's a tie between playing the bass guitar in the pit band for Beauty and the Beast in my last year and being in part of the Trojan Television Club, because I was a member for 5 years, and that was a lot of fun.
Well, that's great. I wish you luck on your future successes. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have another member of our community to interview. Hello, sir. Could you please tell us your name?
Rick Watt.
And what has been your best memory from Moira?
Oh, just meeting all the kids and teachers from way back, and it was great growing up.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much, sir. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today with us we have another alumni student. Sir, could you please tell us your name and how many years you went to this school?
My name is Jeremy. I was here for 5 years, once upon a time, many years ago. I used to take Comtech with Jim Doyle, and I remember this guy when he was still very young.
So, sir, could you please tell us your favorite memory from the school?
Oh, favorite memory. Oh, boy. I think the favorite memory would be probably right at the end of my time here. I was involved not only with TTV, but with the various drama productions and plays and stuff. And right at the very end, the massive standing ovation that we all got was just, it was incredible. It was fantastic.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today with us we have another alumni student for the closing ceremonies on the 26th of May. Hello, ma'am. Could you please tell us your name and how many years you went to this school for?
Yeah, my name is Angela Williamson. I attended for 4 years, from 2009 to 2012.
Okay. Yeah. And could you please tell us the best memory you've had over those years here?
I would say in grade 10, probably GeoVenture the canoe trip with Miss Miller. That was a lot of fun. Or in grade 10, going to CASA for rugby with Mr. Grzad. One of those two.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here on the closing ceremonies from Moira Secondary School. Today with us, we have another alumni student. Could you please tell us your name and how many years you went to the school for?
My name is Amanda Bain. I went to Moira for 5 years, and I graduated in 2012.
Great. Now, could you please tell us the fondest memory you've had here?
I think my entire grade 13 year was my favorite memory. I made so many connections and great memories as I kind of reached my peak of high school.
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today from Moira, we have 3 football alumni students. Could you please tell us your name and how many years you went to the school for?
My name is James Fleming. I went here for 5 years.
Jeff Radford. I also went here for 5 years.
Adam Graves. I went here for 4 years.
Great, thank you very much. And now could you tell us your best memory?
My best memory actually was to do with football. It was when we won the national championship twice in a row. Great experience with the guys, made a lot of good friends, and really culminated my high school experience.
My favorite memory would have to be when joining the football team and the rugby team. I really met all my friends throughout the years here, and we stayed tight friends then, and we're still friends now, so the brotherhood that we made.
My favorite memory is hanging out in Jock Hall and hanging out with all my brothers that I made that I'm still very close with.
Thank you all very much. Hey, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School on the last day of the closing ceremonies. Today with us, we have a staff member and an alumni student. Could you please tell us your name, how many years you went to the school, and what your role is now in the school?
So I'm Kara Watson, and I actually started here in grade 7 at the Destinations program. So that was 2 years, and then I was a high school student from 9 to 12, another 4 years. So my whole time here at Moira was 6 years as a student, and then now I'm back teaching French.
Great. Could you please share either a favorite memory from your staff or student years at Moira?
Absolutely. So as a student, 2010 was a basketball year, so I played basketball every year. But 2010 we made it to CASA, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great group of girls. We did really well. All of the high school dances were fantastic. I was head of spirit for quite a few years, so organizing that was a lot of fun. I actually remember coaching you and your brother for Trojan Hoops a couple of years.
Well, thank you very much. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School for the closing ceremonies on the 26th of May. Today we have a fellow student to talk about her favorite experience here. Could you please tell us your name and what grade you're currently in?
My name's Cecilia Norman. I'm in grade 11.
Great. And what has been the best memory over the 3 years that you've been here?
I wouldn't particularly say I have a best memory, but like one of the best things about Moira is when you first get here for grade 9, it's kind of intimidating, but once you stay for a while and get to know everyone, it's really it's a wonderful experience to just walk through the hall and everyone be able to say hi and communicate with you.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much, Cecilia. Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have 2 alumni students coming for the closing ceremonies of Moira. Could you please tell us your name and how many years you went to the school for?
Oh, it's Mike Bradley, and I was here for several years.
Don Allen, and I was here from 59 to 65.
Great. And could you please share a special memory you have had from Moira?
Well, Don and I were involved in an interesting incident when we were invited into the nurses' residence once and down at the Edith Cavell place. And we got chased out, but and we got in trouble for that when we got back to the school. And apparently nobody informed anybody else that we were invited in, but we were chased out by the Mother Superior or head nurse or something.
So I was in science class, and over the PA, the principal called everybody that was involved in the nurses' incident or crashing into the nurses' residence last night, report to the office.
PDQ. Yes. That was the term.
So right in the middle of the class, we're looking around to see if anybody else was leaving. And so we decided, okay, let's go. So we're lined up outside the door, and each one of us had to go in and have an interview with the principal. And we were writing notes on a pad. Actually, at the time, I had surgery, and my arm was up in the air like this. And Mr. Musgrove, the principal, actually had to hold the pad for me while I'm writing my confession. So we decided in the hallway that we're all going to say we were invited in. And
which was pretty close to the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then, after all this is over, they phoned the nurses' residence and they talked to the student nurses there, and they said that they invited us in. So we were off the hook. We got away scot-free.
Yeah, which is a close call, a bit embarrassing because my mother was the head secretary at the time and she was sitting 10 feet away as we were.
Well, at least you got off.
Yeah. We did. We had no time in jail.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Josh Vardy.
And I'm Melanie Burton.
We both attended Moira from 2006 to 2010. We met at Moira in TTV.
That's true.
And now we're engaged. You didn't really like me when we first met, so we're not high school
not
sweethearts.
Not at first. No. We decided to start dating after high school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
we spent a lot of time in the TTV room, though.
We
years
did.
and years. Learned how to hold a mic.
That's right.
Brandon McKinnon. I was here from 2006 to 2011. My best Moira memory. It's hard to narrow it down to one. I guess all the sports teams. I mean, we had some great success, and even in my later years, and then once I left, we got some championships. But probably I have to say Casa hockey in 2010. That was a big year for success, and something we haven't done in a long time. So that's probably my greatest memory to narrow it down to one.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Doyle, back from the Trojan Television Club here at Moira Secondary School. Today we have another alumni student coming for the closing ceremonies on the 26th of May. Could you please tell us your name and how many years you attended this school?
This is the year. What's the year now? 2018. We're here. I was here with my friends Mike Bradley and Pinky Allen in 1959. That was the year the school opened. And I was a very, very slow learner. So I didn't finish school until 1972 when I finished as a chartered accountant at Price Waterhouse in Toronto. So I was at school for a long time. I think I was 27 when I finished school. There you go.
Do you have any special memories from that time?
I remember when I was having breakfast about a year ago with my brother Gary, who was at BCI, across from the Anchorage at the Harbor Restaurant. And I said, Gary, I was talking with Linton Reed, who was up at Quinny Gardens. And Linton Reed was in the seniors' residence there. And I said to Gary, I'm going to go up there and see him because he's going out west now. So the people that would remember Linton Reed would remember that he was a hard-ass guy. He was a vice principal of the school, I think, in 1959. And he was very pompous and very demanding and feared by everybody that went down the halls. Anyway, Gary and I went up to the Quinny Gardens to see Linton, and we knocked on the door, and he opened the door, and we went in, and he started crying. And Linton, it was just amazing. We were just going in there for 5 minutes, and Gary and I stayed there for about an hour, and he talked about old times at BCI. He talked about the old times at Moira Secondary School, and he was sad because his wife had died a year or so before that, and he was going out west. So it's only the very old timers that would remember Linton Reed and how he went through such a change. It was really, really nice to go and visit Linton Reed. And there you go.
That's a great story. Thank you very much, sir.